Kind of looks like she's reading off the book, doesn't it?
Welcome and thank you for coming to my bat mitzvah. This day has been truly made special because you are all here to celebrate it with me. Like it or not, we live in a society that is image conscious. We all make statements to the world about who we are just by the clothes we wear or how we act. Books have been written about dressing for success. Movies present stereotypes of various people based on images that certain groups of people project. For example, what image do you think about when I say librarian or math nerd? What about all the magazines we see or billboards with the beautiful skinny women with lots of makeup on but little else? In today's society, we are bombarded with so many images. Which image should we choose? For my bat mitzvah, I chose to learn about the mitzvah of tzniut. The word tzniut is Hebrew for modesty, or can be translated as hidden in its proper place or concealed. Hashem created us with two important parts. One, a neshama or soul, which Hashem breathed into us. And two, a body to be the home for the neshama. The first time the Torah speaks about the need to cover the body is after Adam sins in the Garden of Eden. His physical drive controlled his spiritual one, and he hid himself. Prior to the sin, Adam and Chava were both naked and not ashamed. That is because their bodies had only one function, which was to do the will of Hashem. There is a midrash that states, after Adam and Chava sinned, Hashem diminished the glow of their spiritual greatness within their bodies. The only part of their body that did not stop reflecting their spirituality were their eyes. It is said that a person's eyes are a reflection of their neshama or soul. Perhaps this is one of the reasons why the Jewish law of modesty never required a woman to cover her face with a veil, which is a common practice in the Middle East. Tzniut helps remind us that our outer physical appearance is not our essence, that we should focus on our neshama, our inner self, an image that reflects our divine potential. Another reason why we are tzniut has to do with enhancing our preciousness. Something that is highly valued is only brought out on special occasions. If we were to relate something on a daily basis, it would no longer be special to us. If we went to a black tie affair once a year, it would be so exciting. If we went to it every night, it would become a chore. We even apply tzniut to many of our religious objects. When tefillin are not worn, they are put away and covered in a cloth bag. When a Torah scroll is not being read, it must be covered. All of these actions help preserve a feeling of reverence for the covered object. In yesterday's Torah portion, Teruma, we have the instructions for building the Mishkan, the tabernacle that traveled with us in the desert. All those who entered it had to maintain the highest standards of tzniut. For example, the temple altar to be built with a ramp approaching it rather than using steps. The reason for this was so that the priest's legs would not be exposed as he ascended to offer a sacrifice. The priest approached the altar by way of the ramp. His robes were not displaced. We see some examples of tzniut from our imahos in the Torah. With Abraham and the three angels, the angel asks where Sarah was, and Abraham said, "She is in the tent." Rashi explains that this is a matter of tzniut, and she just wanted to be extra careful and not be tempted to become too friendly with the guest. Another one is, Yitzchak was in the field, and Rivka heard the camels. Rivka asked the slave, "Who was that?" And the slave answered, "It is my master." Rivka then covered her face with a veil. Later, Yitzchak and Rivka got married. Yitzchak saw that she was like his mother, Sarah, in ways of tzniut. We see tzniut as a feeling that is part of every Jewish woman. It's in our genes that was passed down from our imahos, our Jewish mothers. We can strengthen ourselves by remembering that we are the daughters of Hashem and His special nation. Just like princesses in a palace wouldn't want to dress like a beggar on the street, so too, the princess of Hashem should dress like royalty with and dignity. Tzniut is a mitzvah that can be done with every part of your body. So, now that I am becoming a bar mitzvah, I will try to perfect the mitzvah of tzniut, just like all the other women of our Torah. I would like to take a minute to thank some very special people in my life. Rabbi and Mrs. Meyer, since it was both of you who carved my parents, I hope you are shepping nachas as much as they are today. I know they have thanked you for all you have done for them, but I would like to thank you too. I love our Torah observant lifestyle. It truly makes living in a crazy, mixed-up world a whole lot easier. Mrs. Gertz, thank you for all the time you spent to go over the material with me. It was fun working with you. I see why Hila likes learning with you. Miss Mitzvah, Mrs. Roskin, and Mrs. Abrams, thank you for all your guidance and helping me to become a Bas Torah. I really do like all your classes. Rabbi and Shana Wasowski, you are the greatest. You have taught me so much. Thank you for always being there to listen. Ma and Papi, Bubby and Grandpa, you guys are the greatest grandparents in the world. You teach me life lessons, support me in everything I do, buy everything I sell, and always let me know how proud you are of me. Thank you. I love you. Mom and Dad, thank you for always supporting me through everything good and bad. Thank you, Mom, for always picking me up from school every day. You cook for me and get me wonderful clothing like the ones I'm wearing now. Thank you, Dad, for when I am sad, you cheer me up. You teach me a great deal about things like how to fix a sink and replace light bulbs. I couldn't have become the bat mitzvah I am today without you both. I love you. Thank you, Micah, for always teaching me the art of self-defense. Thank you, Leander, for being always a good role model, and mazel tov on getting accepted to the seminary you wanted to attend. Hyla, you should be the one thanking me for always, well, you know what? No, but seriously, thank you for defending me in some problematic situations. Avrami, thank you for always making sure I am never bored. Adina, my older sister, thank you for teaching me etiquette. My class, thank you for caring for me and including me in games we play at recess. You all are the best. Last but not least, I want to especially thank Hashem for helping me to become the person I have become today. Hashem, may you always continue to watch over this H. Denver community and bless the people with much hatzlacha and bracha. Thank you.
Okay, again, I want to thank everybody for coming. And your father and I have something that we'd like to give you. This ties you to Eish HaTorah in Jerusalem. So we'd like to give this to you now that you have become a bat mitzvah. And God willing, we'll spend some time there, and you'll see, hopefully, maybe your name on the wall of the new Aish International Building. This is the Rose of Sharon.